used to this after the next couple of terms.
Yeah, well, the good part is I'm here if you have questions on
that's what's so great about
how
it.
to do moderators or whatever. Like I already like changing that color. See, if you wake up and decide you want red or yellow or green, you can go in and change it.
Yep,
so that's cool.
All
and
right.
Sometimes I will just do off the wall colors.
Yeah.
Hello, guys. Welcome in. Thank you.
Welcome in, everybody.
Replay with Tina and Gail. Yeah. So we'll wait for a few people to get in. We'll just
absolutely.
Before. Hello, the Bud Files. Welcome in. Hello,
hey,
Rudy.
the Bud Files. How are you?
Hi, Rudy. How are you?
Rudy signed in last night because I had the date wrong.
Oh, did he? Yes.
Yeah, I felt so bad.
This is why I try to set up live streams early because I seem like I don't go in, like I need to set a time so that I'll always be there. It's like,
right.
I'll set it and then I'll get busy. Like today I got in my garden beds and
nice.
I have a long, skinny raised bed. That's my perennial bed.
Mm-hmm.
However, with it being a perennial bed, it's like full of like weeds. So I didn't finish it. By all means, I did not finish it. I did maybe a third or a half almost of it. But anyway, I got in there and I just put a couple of deal in there. And did I put anything else? And and a couple of ground cherries. And it's way too early, but I have plenty of seeds. So if it doesn't come up, if it gets too cold, I'm all good. I have a whole other pack of the ground cherries. So
wow.
Linda Oakey and Literature and More with Kathleen and My Alabama Farm Life. Kathleen.
Welcome in.
So
I had coffee with Kathleen and you this morning on YouTube.
I was there. I was out in the garden, actually. That was when I was pulling my weeds. If I have a lot of seeds, sometimes I'll put some in the ground just to see if it'll fly,
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it a little bit early just to see if it'll work. If I have plenty of seeds. I have to be real careful with the Vineyard Chicks survival seeds, though, because I only have like 8 seeds of each one. And I think they did send us 10 of the kidney beans. So I don't want to play too much with that. This is Bright. This is our male cat.
Hey, Bright.
I named her Bright. We used to have an outside kitty named Daisy, and she passed away. But he was the only one in the litter that had his eyes completely open. And so I named him Bright. Actually, before I even knew he was a boy, I just said, I'm going to call that one Bright because he's the only one with his eyes completely open.
Okay.
That's how he got his name.
I was trying to, so the person who moderates is here, but I don't, it doesn't appear to show that anymore. Like the little handle next to her name, the little wrench.
Let me see if I can see it.
I cannot. So yeah. Hey, Cher, welcome in.
Oh, you know what? It doesn't show her in the chat on my phone. It only shows her in the chat on my laptop because she's in your chat, not in my chat.
But how I can't see her with the little wrench thing. Does that?
Yeah, I cannot confirm or deny if she, but so I don't think it can remove the moderator. You would have had to have removed it yourself. But hey, you guys that know StreamYard like Kathleen, do you guys see Cher Marshall blue? Is she blue? She has a wrench. I can see it. It is on. Okay, so Kathleen can see it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I guess it only on my laptop. It's only showing me the people in my chat.
Okay, so if I want her to share out, because this is just her second time, and I want to make it easy to share out links. Does she hover over the person's channel?
Is she on her phone or her laptop?
I don't know. Cher, are you on your phone or laptop?
Because the directions are different.
Thank you, Kathleen. I appreciate it. I just want to make sure that we give people the right shout outs that are here so other people can help and sub or do watch or yeah.
Yeah. So this is my first time it's my second time to co-stream, but last time I couldn't really see things very well because I was on my phone and it was way over here. So I can see everything. The only thing I can't see is I can't see how many people are in the chat.
Lynn, the Okie Share Marshall is the moderator for the chat on our chats.
But if you're a moderator, you can put in links if you know how to do that.
Yeah, and she is on her tablet and laptop.
Okay.
So she's new to live stream too. So I want to be able to help her out. If anybody else is a moderator, maybe you can help her out by letting her know how to put the links on there.
Yeah,
that would be great.
I'm actually really a lot more experienced with it on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Because on my phone, I would just click on the person's name.
Right.
And then it would say, go to channel. Then I would go to the 3 dots, hit share, hit copy link, come back to the chat.
Okay.
And then I would type that channel name. I'm
trying to figure out. I'm trying to see if it's streaming on both of our things because it shows my sister as a guest. No, it's not. It's not streaming on my channel.
Share is Tina's sister. So I'm really most experienced with it on my phone. I believe it would be similar. I think you would click on the channel. Guys out there that actually put links up from laptop or tablet.
It's gonna echo for a minute.
Is it?
Yeah, because the stream isn't showing on my channel.
It isn't?
No.
That's weird.
There it goes. Okay.
It isn't?
No. Okay. I see it now.
Oh, yep. I see it now.
There it goes. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No. Hey, Molly. Welcome in.
Oh, yep. I see it now. I'll make sure. Okay.
That was weird.
Hey, Molly. Welcome in.
I had to manually go in and click on it. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. That's strange. Yeah.
Thanks, Gail.
On mine, it said, do you want to stream on your channel too? It's actually easier to see from the laptop than it was from the phone. Everything's so much easier to see. Welcome in, Molly.
Hi, Molly.
This Hunter's Best Catch. And yeah. Okay.
Sherry, do you see anybody in the chat? You see Molly. Molly, do you have a channel here? I'm assuming you do.
Yes, she does.
Lynn the Okie, you have a channel too, right?
Yeah.
So what's the easiest way for Cher to go get that?
To get the links?
Yes. Does she need to open up another browser window or what? We'll get with our gardening topic.
I'm clicking on the channel name and see what it says.
Yeah, share. Click on the channel name and see if you have an option to share.
Or to go to channel.
Or go to channel.
Yeah, go to channel.
Thanks, Kathleen. Is that another channel, Literature and More?
Yeah, that's her other channel.
I didn't know she had another channel.
She reads the Bible and she also reads other books and books that she writes and different stuff.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yep. She does have 2 channels.
And if you guys are here, help both Gail and I out. If you can give a thumbs like on both of our channels, we'd appreciate it.
Welcome in, Bear Tree 01. What do you want, baby boy?
Okay. So no, you want to.
You don't want to do Laugh with Piedmont because she's in here and I'm in here. Pick someone else. Pick Molly or
Pick Molly or Bear
or Lynn,
Bear Truth.
Some other Bear Truth. Pick another channel besides us because. Well, now I mean,
I'm in from.
It probably wouldn't hurt to put Laugh with Piedmont because some of my people would maybe not be friends with Tina yet. That's possible. So yeah, maybe you could put hers in there, but you wouldn't probably need to put mine.
Yeah. Bear Truth. I'm in the Piedmont of Virginia. Are you in the Piedmont somewhere as well? I know there's a Piedmont in Italy. I found that one out when I was trying to figure out what the name of my channel was going to be.
I'll be right back. I'm going to see if I can get him to go out because he's whiny.
Sure.
He's whiny for some reason.
That's fine.
I have whiny cat.
Yeah, click on her, Sherry, and see if you can. It gives you the option of go to channel. Yeah, in North Carolina. Yes. Yep. Yeah, not a problem, Cher. Cher is a new mod here, so she's learning how to share the links in everybody's channel. So
did it work for her, or
she's giving it? She's trying it right now. So we're going to get into our gardening chat, but I want to make sure we have Okay, so if it gives you the option to go to the channel, then does she go to that channel and copy the link?
Go to that channel and then hit the 3 little dots, and it'll say should give you an option to share, and then share link. Then come back to the chat and drop that link into the comment section.
Did you get that, Sherry?
I'm not so as good at doing it on the computer. I actually haven't done it in forever on the computer. I think a long time ago, I might have moderated for Joe or Jan from the laptop because maybe something was wrong with my phone. But
yeah,
I am no expert at doing it from a laptop. I think you're the only one that can pull up comments, though.
No, you should be able to see the comments.
No, pull them up.
Oh.
Like if you click on them, it pulls up the comment.
Oh, yeah, she's doing it on her tablet, so she's going to try it now. But guys, can you believe it's already nearing the end of February? And I know some of you have already been out in your garden because of different zones that we live in. And we're going to start gardening. So we're going to talk. I know we talked some last week about gardening, but I thought Gail and I thought we would do more of an in-depth chat about gardening today, if that's possible. Thanks. Thank you, Gail, for sharing that out.
You're welcome. I also have a channel that comes on Wednesday nights, and I am also up on bushcraft on Monday nights. Oh, Bear Truth.
Oh, you got it, Sherry. Good.
Did she get it? Did she figure it out?
She put a link there. I don't know what it's to.
Will somebody click on the link that Cher put out and just test it out? See if it takes you where
Well, it should have the name of the channel.
Is someone brave enough to click on it to see where it goes?
Yeah, I can do it from my phone. I'm not concerned about it.
I was going to. No, I mean, some people are very standoffish about clicking on random links.
Yeah. So it's a glitch. It's glitch. It's this channel. I went on the link and it's that channel, whoever this is.
Glitch. Who? Oh,
a Glitch in Time Part 1. It's Kathleen's channel.
Oh, Kathleen's channel. Okay.
Yeah. So Sherry, good job. You did that right.
Yep, you did it.
So the point of sharing out the channels, friends, is just so we can help support each other by maybe subbing and watching some of the playlists that people have on their channel to help with watch hours. Gail and I talked about it last week, like her Broken Hearts Ministry. We're trying to get her watch hours, and myself, my watch hours. I lost 2,000 at the beginning of the year. I was so close, and YouTube took them away. So I am now starting over.
I have a friend that's coming up close on her 1 year, and I'm very, very nervous about that because
Yeah. Yeah.
I did try to do a couponing channel, and I hit that 1 year, and I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. I do know who you are, Bear Truth. I can't remember what your first name is, but I do remember you being up on Charles Bushcraft Family's live. I know who you are now. You're always in that corner over there. Yeah, I know who you are.
Yep. You did it right, Sherry. Thank you. Sherry's my sister, friends. If you don't know, she's going to be my moderator. So she's new to this and I'm new to this. So we're learning together. So like my Alabama farm life, Sherry, you can put hers up. Bear Truth, you can put hers up.
His up.
It is up?
It's a man.
Oh. What? My
Bear
oh,
Truth.
sorry, Bear Truth.
Welcome in, Grape Jams.
Yep. Welcome in. Thanks for being here.
Do you know Grape Jams?
Nope, I don't know Grape Jams.
So do you know who the Vineyard Chicks Homestead is?
Nope, I do not.
You should write that channel name down. The Vineyard Chicks Homestead. They do homesteading stuff like gardening. They do cooking. They also do singing. And Grape Jams is their mother.
Okay. So Vineyard
Chicks Homestead.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I do know it.
Yeah, it's 3 girls.
Maybe I don't know.
It's like 18, 15, and 11. I'm just guessing their ages.
No, I don't know that channel. I was thinking of somebody else. Well, I don't know. I'd have to go up and look.
On Monday nights, they do a live stream where they sing music. And the oldest one is 18. She plays the keyboard. The middle child is Trey, and she does drums. And then the youngest, she does a lot of the singing, and I think she has an instrument she plays too. Oh, a guitar. She plays guitar.
Gotcha. Well, Grape Jams, it's nice to meet you. I'm Tina. Of course, because my name says right there, right?
Tina, yeah. Yeah, I just kind of switched mine around.
Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. And Cher is getting out all the links. Any channel, Sherry, that you see, like Grape Jams, Lynn the Okie, like those, all those links, all those channels can be linked below. She's not seen everybody in the chat, she said.
Oh, maybe occasionally you could pull up the. Oh, if she had 2 devices, well.
Well, she has her laptop and her.
I was gonna say I don't know how to solve that. If she was in there as mine, and as yours, she could see both, I guess. Huh. So you guys can only see the people in your own chat.
That's weird because I see everybody, but if she's watching off of my channel,
I think because you're the host that set it up.
Yeah.
I see everybody too.
Okay.
But I guess the chat only sees all of Gail Broken Hearts Ministry or all of Tina Life with Piedmont.
That's too bad.
We see all of it, but they only see their piece of it.
That's too bad. They should it should show everybody that's in the chat.
But you could pull, if you click on the person's name, like if you click on the person's name, it'll bring up their comment, and she could look at the channel name and then go and drop the link.
There you go, Sherry.
See, but you're not going to want to put that one in because that's more of a supportive channel.
Okay. Don't do that one. How about this one?
Yeah, that's a good one.
There you go, Sherry. You can go get that one.
Not that she doesn't. I don't believe that Grape Jams puts out content. She's just uses it to support her kiddos.
Okay.
Mostly. And so when she's in chat, people know that it's her.
Okay. So if your friends were on my channel and sub to me, then my moderator would be able to see it, right? Hi, Christine. Welcome in.
Yeah,
You're working.
we're learning about the co-streaming. So what was your question again, Tina? Not that I would know, but I'll try.
So she doesn't see everybody because those people aren't subbed to my channel.
I think it's because she is in your specific part of the live.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Whereas my people are in my specific live stream. But because we're both up here, we can see both, but they can only see their own world, and we can see the whole world, and they can only see a part of the world.
Right. So like because like yeah.
I put Bear Truth up earlier.
I know Christine Gilliam here, Sherry, this one, she's on my channel. You should be able to.
If you look up at 216, you can see I put up Bear Truth 101. So if anybody wants to go by and make friends with him, you can scroll up a little ways because I did put his link in there.
Well, let's all be friends and support each other because that's what it's about, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I will support you. I support people. They may not show me the love back. Some of them even just left my channel, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm still supporting you, right?
Sometimes when you subscribe to new people, you lose people off the other side, off the back side. You're subscribing to them on the front side, and you're losing them off the back side.
That's weird.
It's a whole teeter-totter situation. Yeah.
Right. Thanks, Lynn. We appreciate that.
Yeah. That's right, Lynn. You can only see the chat you're in.
Right. Exactly. That's so weird.
Yeah. Okay. But if you're in the chat and I've put up a link, or Cher's put up a link, or whoever, or Kathleen or whoever, you could still click on that channel and you could still make friends with that channel.
Right.
Rob's Allotment Gardening. How are you?
Hey, he's from the UK. Welcome in.
Yes. I believe he was in here last time, and then.
Don't worry about it, Sherry. Not right now. All right. Well, so I got turned on to. I might have to go up and get it. I got turned on to a website, and I know I'll be right back. Let me just go get this really, really quick.
Has anyone started any of their seeds, guys? Anyone out in the chat started some seeds? So far I have up in my garden lettuce, beets, my beets from the Vineyard Chicks, chamomile, spinach, kale, cilantro. I think I might have some onions up, possibly, and a couple of marigolds popped out in there. So that's pretty cool.
You've done a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to turn my screen black, so I apologize if you.
I'm trying to be so careful with the Vineyard Chick seeds because I don't want to use them all and then totally mess up and not get something.
Right.
So
I'm gonna share this with you guys. I just have to. I'm new to this site too, and I'm just trying to.
After Good Friday, yeah.
That's not what I want. Oh, here it is. So many windows open. This is just ridiculous. All right. I think I got it. Sheesh.
I planted probably more than I should have, but if I do any of that, what I call rogue planting, I'll make sure I have plenty of seed so that if it doesn't pop up because the ground's too cold, at least. But it's been so unseasonably warm. I was outside pulling weeds out of my perennial garden, and it was hot. I could feel the sun beating down on my t-shirt. I'm like, whoa, it's hot out here.
Yeah. So the link I just posted is a link to a website called Seed Time. And I got this off of another lady's, I think it's Roots and Refuge. I got off of Jess's channel. And I know my zone, and I know when to like plant things. But for those of you who may be new in the fact that they redid some of the zones, I subscribe to the free one. I don't pay anything, but I do go in and I've created my profile and I plug in my zip code. It gives me my zone, and then I start adding what it is I want to plant in my garden. And it gives you the day you're supposed to start your seeds, inside, the day you're supposed to take them out. And so it's just been a really helpful thing. So you don't feel overwhelmed trying to plant everything at one time, because I'm not going to plant my tomatoes and peppers right now because it's too cold.
Yeah.
So I won't plant those until about the middle of March, because it's usually about 6 to 8 weeks back from the date they can actually go outside from your last freeze date. Mm-hmm. So this site here is a great resource if anybody wants to go look at it. There's the link.
I just kind of looked them up individually and then put them on the calendar on my phone.
Yeah.
And it comes up like I had put up the other day, I had put amaranth and it came up on a day, and I was like, well, I must have counted back and knew what I was doing. So I went ahead and put some in the ground. I just didn't put them all because I was like, well, my calendar is telling me I put that date in there. I must have looked it up. So I went ahead and just put a few in the ground. I was like, well, I must have knew what I was talking about, surely. But if not,
yeah,
I have more.
I've been gardening out here. I'm in zone 7A. So I know pretty much when I can and cannot, but I want to really start testing more of pushing how much can I plant out there right now. I can do radishes, and there's a lot of things I can do. I just haven't done it yet.
I don't usually start things in January, but I realized that a lot of people in Texas Garden Zone 8A were getting things before me. So I started paying more attention. And that's when on January 31st, I looked to see what I could put out. And I was like, okay, I can put out kale and lettuce and spinach and cilantro. And then I got my survival seeds, and I was like, it looks like I could put up beets, and my beets are already coming up. So
right.
I paid more attention to when. So some of the things I was planting too late because I was just planting everything all at the same time, but I wasn't actually getting the date right. And I try to pay attention. I try to be good, but I'm a little bit ADHD kind of stuff, and I try to follow the rules, but sometimes I don't always follow the rules.
Right. Like I planted onions last fall. I was told that they can be over winterized. So I planted all of them, and I can't get over all the onions that are up out there. It blows me away. He's like, that's when you're going to get the big onions. I'm like, okay, let's try it out.
I hope I get onions this year. There's something coming up in there, in not my Vineyard Chicks Walla Walla onions, but my bunching onions, evergreen bunching onions. There's some green in there. I'm not sure if it's the onions, but I hope that it is. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah. But I decided to plant my onions in containers this year because I didn't want to use a whole garden spot and then it just end up with weeds.
Right.
So I'll put it in a container. That way I'll know for sure it's probably not a weed because it's in the container, hopefully. So that was my strategy this year. I was just going to plant them in big containers. So that's what I did. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. My strategy with my onions was to get them bigger than they were last year. Like they didn't.
My strategy is just to get more, or it's just to get some.
Yeah.
Anything. I'll take anything. I'll take green onions, yellow onions. I'll just take some onions. Onions would be good.
Kathleen, I did my garlic too, and they started, because our weather was so strange in the fall, like it wouldn't get cold. They started growing and coming up. I had to go cover them up again, and I grew a lot of the hard neck garlic. I should have done some soft neck because that preserves longer, but I'll process that, the hard neck, and maybe freeze it in like little cubes or something like that.
That's a good idea.
So I can have it
and dishes that you make.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. I love that.
Hi, Nana Grace. How are you?
Hi, Nona Grace.
Sherry, you can do Nana Grace because she's on both our channels.
Mm-hmm.
She's so kind. We became friends last week.
Yeah. Oh, I love her. She's over in New York. She does some gardening.
Yep.
And she has chickens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's so here's the question I want to ask everybody, because I always love to learn, where do people get their seeds from? And I want to hear, so if you can mention in the comments, because I like to write down and find out, where do people buy their seeds? Because I'm always interested in trying different seeds.
I win mine from Garden State Gardener.
Oh, that's awesome.
I really do. But I buy mine from M.I. Gardner when I buy seeds.
So this is my first year going to use his seeds. I've heard really great things about him. Excuse me while I take a drink.
This will be the biggest amount of M.I. Gardner seeds I've done. I did about half of them were flower seeds and the other half were some other things. I think I bought ground cherries. Then I brought some I bought some nasturtiums. I bought 2 different kind of carnations. I have no idea if they're going to grow in my growing zone, but I'm going to try. We'll see.
Go up to that seed time. There's carnations in there, and it will tell you when you should start seeding them and planting them.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Then, like, if you're not sure, maybe that can help you. So I do M.I. Gardner. I don't do Baker Creek anymore. I think they're overpriced on their seeds.
I do buy some at Tractor Supply once in a while, and I even buy a little bit of Dollar Tree seeds occasionally. Like
I have, and they work great.
Parsley and flowers
Yes.
and dill and stuff like that. They grow perfectly fine. This one is Curly Sue.
So, hey, welcome in, Storms and Radios and Cats. We're a new friend too together. But you just heard Gail say that, for people who are on a budget, and Dollar Tree, they're usually for $1.25, if I'm not mistaken, and they do work. And I have their flowers, and I plant them every year, and they always. It's so strange. They germinate, unlike other ones that I've paid more money for.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So
you don't ever have to buy tomato seeds, because when Garden State Gardener gives away seeds, he does peppers, tomatoes, and there's like one other thing, I forget what. So I always say tomatoes, and he always sends me tomatoes, so I never have to buy tomatoes.
Oh, that's nice.
And then I have whatever I won this year, and then whatever I had from last year, I'm going to try again. And then I have the Mariana seeds from tomato seeds from the Vineyard Chick. So I'm going to actually have a whole raised bed of tomatoes and a whole long raised bed. So I'm going to have 2 rows of tomatoes. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah,
and don't be shy. If you buy your seeds, let us know. I also have bought from, I think it's Roher, Roher. They're located up in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and I've stopped in there because I had never been in there. I'm like, oh, let me stop and see what they have, and it's about a couple of things. So why not? I don't like paying $3 and $4 for seeds. I have a hard time with that.
This is something I really, really, really want. I don't, but every once in a while there'll be something rare that I actually really, really want. But yeah, everything at M.I. Gardner was like $2.
Yes.
$2. So I was happy about that.
Yeah. Well, now over the weekend, I didn't need them, but you know when you don't need something, but you're like, hey, let's just give it a try.
Yeah, I know. My friend was like, I'm going to buy some more seeds. I'm like, I don't need any more seeds. I don't even know where I'm going to put the stuff I have. Like I have 4 different kinds of corn. I don't even have one place to plant corn. I mean, I don't know what. I really do want to plant the ones my sister sent me, the glass gem corn, just for fun. I'll figure out something to do with them if they grow. And I did try to grow them another year, and they got attacked by ants. So maybe they'd be a good deterrent to keep the ants away from other things. I don't know. That sounds.
Oh, you're funny, Rob. Yeah, why not? We'll buy from the UK, right? That would be interesting.
Yeah. She's right here on my lap.
I was at Walmart on Saturday. I had to run out there really quick. And I always look at the garden section just, well, why not? Right?
Yeah.
So there is a new, these are by American Seed Company, and they were 50 cents a pack. So I am going to grow pinto beans this year.
Oh.
Then I picked up some nasturtiums and some aster.
Aster. I've never been able to get the aster up.
Well, we're going to figure that one out too. And I think this is Elysium.
Yeah, I don't think I could get that one up either.
So, but for 50 cents.
Yeah, but you're in a totally different garden zone, so it might be different for you. I'm hoping
maybe. I'm not sure, but you would probably be able to.
Have you ever got lavender up? Tina?
Yes, mine is germinating lovely right now. And I'll tell you what, I first started them, and I will never purchase them again. You know those growing containers? They're like fabric. They're supposed to be all natural. And do you know what I'm talking about?
Grow bags?
No, they're way for seed starting. They're like a fabric woven brown.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't use those anymore either. They
dry out so much, and they've really dried out a lot of my seeds. Well, I had my lavender planted, so Dollar Tree had these really cute little greenhouses. I should get one, but I don't have it here. And so what I did is I dumped all the soil from those containers in the little greenhouse and then put new seeds on there, and they all came up.
Can you pull up Grape Jam's comment?
Sure can.
Were you talking about the lavender? Because I did stratify my lavender. I did it in the freezer, but I have some in the fridge too. So I don't know. I might try some from the freezer and some from the fridge, because my friend was doing hers in the fridge, but I had mine in the freezer in a Ziploc bag. So
I've never heard the word stratify until recently. I always have been told to keep my seeds in a cold place. So they've always been in the freezer. And then prior to wanting to plant the seeds, you're supposed to pull them out 2 to 3 weeks so they're nice and like at room temperature.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if anybody else. You do. Christine, Miss Gilliam's farm, she does hers. Gail.
She doesn't stratify her lavender. Well, last year I did not stratify my lavender, and it also did not come up. So after I told people about it, they're like, oh, you need to stratify it. So I did this year, but it's not up yet. We'll see. It's still determined on that. They did say I needed to stratify my chamomile, but
really?
I know that, and I planted my chamomile, and there's lots of it up already.
See, I just think it really depends. I think there's so much information.
Yeah.
Here's what I've learned.
Garden zones. It has to do with garden zones too.
Interesting. What I can say is there's so much information out there. It actually can confuse you. So, yeah. You know what I mean? Is anybody else like that? Because it's like
I tried one thing and then I tried a different thing. The first year I did my dill, I planted it in a pot. So the next year I said, I'm not going to plant it in a pot. Maybe it needs more space, or maybe there's something wrong. So the next year I planted it straight in the ground, and the plant was taller than me. So what I do is I try one thing. If somebody suggests something, I'll try it. And then if that doesn't work, the next year I'll try something else. So I just keep trying things until something works. And then once it works, I just leave it that way.
I wasn't sure. Did I miss a comment?
Oh, you have to stratify the alyssum and the aster?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Maybe that's why those two particular flowers have never worked for me.
So do I need to stratify them, grapes, jams? Is that what you were telling me to do, or?
I think that's what she's saying.
Huh. Wow. Yeah, well, it's now my sister, she's in California, so the zone and climate is completely different. So she said, where are you at, Cher? Here, her lavender has been blooming since summer. It's huge and so pretty.
Yeah, once you get it up, I think it'll just keep coming up. Hello, Mary King. Welcome in.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get something out of it. I want to dehydrate it for like soap making or tea or something, you know?
Yeah, I don't think I have any of those two flowers for this year. I don't think I got those two.
No.
No. Hold on just a second. Let me go grab something out of my seeds.
Okay.
I got a kitty cat in my way. I'll be right back.
Yep. All right. Well, Gail's going to get something. Has anybody there ever ordered from Johnny Seeds? I'm not sure about that. Let me see. Here's a question if anybody can answer that, because I'm going to be new. This is my first time attempting to grow lavender. So I'm not sure when the best time to cut that is. No, I haven't either.
My seed organization. This is my seed organization.
Good job.
So all my flowers are in here. And I have my little picks, some of them I've made already.
Yeah.
But I take the plastic little pick thing and I write out what I want it to say, and then I laminate it, and then I tape it on here.
Oh, so then you can reuse it.
So it can make the whole entire season.
Right.
Yeah, and yeah, there actually are some out in the yard that I can make. They look a little rough, but so that's what I've been doing for mine. But I don't think I got any of those. I have some.
What do you think? Go ahead.
Of course, I have a lot of home-saved zinnias.
I keep putting up the wrong comment. Sorry.
Somebody sent me some wildflowers.
Nice.
This one actually says Garden State Gardener on it. Mexican sunflowers.
Yeah, those are pretty, aren't they?
Teddy bear sunflower. I think I ordered this one from Emma Gardner myself. That's one of them that I ordered.
Okay.
Mammoth Russian sunflowers. These are the ones I won from CNC Farm. Some marigolds, which I have a lot of these because I save them myself. 4 o'clocks. I haven't had a lot of good luck with 4 o'clocks. Anybody have any growing tips on 4 o'clock flowers? More sunflower, more mammoth sunflowers. And then this is what my seed packet looks like. It's these little Tic Tac containers. And these are some of my home saved zinnias. Yeah. Well, I have the whole container. See it another time.
I don't know. I see it out in my front yard.
And then Velvet Queen sunflowers.
All I saw was a dog out there.
I have about 4 or 5 different kinds of
You got lots of different flowers.
And then some bachelor buttons. So that's what I have for this year. My
yeah, I'm glad I'm not bringing out my seed.
Seed hoarder. Yeah. And this is all my flowers except for my carnations, and my nasturtiums aren't in here. But that's pretty much the flowers I'm doing this year. Yeah.
I know, Sherry, there's a lot of different.
Seed hoarders don't know they have a problem, see? But each one of these has probably like 10, 12 different types inside the Ziploc, So, yeah. I mean, who needs 5 kinds of sunflowers? Apparently I do.
My sister. That's one of her favorite
Oh, I love
flowers or
sunflowers.
sunflowers.
Every year I have to plant zinnias, sunflowers, and marigolds. Those are the 3 I have to do every year. Oh man, last year
Now
was
I'm
my
trying to
first
think if I
year
have mammoth.
with mammoth sunflowers. They're
I'm
huge.
wondering if I have mammoth sunflowers now.
Like 10, 12-foot tall stem. And the head of that thing is like that.
I'll be right back.
Huge, huge, huge. Yeah. But I think I don't. If I am a seed hoarder like everybody else, I don't think I know I am. I know I have a hard time throwing away seeds. Like if I have them, I just, I've actually gone and just thrown them out somewhere just to give them a chance. I'm like, I can't just throw them in the trash. I'll just go throw them in the back of the yard and think, well, maybe they'll come up someday. I just can't throw them out all the way. It just makes me feel like I'm wasting something, like I'm pouring out iced tea or something, Thank you for stopping by, Bear Truth. Thank you for stopping by.
No judging. No judging.
Okay. See, I don't feel so bad now. My bowl doesn't look as bad when you put it up next to hers. But I mean, these are all my tomatoes.
Nice. I got these containers at Hobby Lobby. They're really handy to store seeds in. It isn't organized. Yeah. That's what's important, right?
Oh, right? I've been working so hard on organizing. I've been working so hard.
So, whoops. I have a fire catcher
this year.
Sunflower.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Has anybody ever grown these?
I don't think so. I usually have sunflowers in like 2, 3 different areas of my yard.
Welcome in.
And then these are the ones I won from Garden State Gardener. Resin Trub Baker.
Nice.
Seeds. That's the ones I won from Garden State Gardener.
I'm glad you like that.
Oh, and I got these.
I'm going to try growing some zinnias this year.
Oh, I love zinnias.
Nice. So, can you show us your seeds?
Yeah,
we're up here just showing seeds.
And then I have all these little Tic-Tac containers. Cherokee purple tomato. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, who needs 12 different kinds of tomatoes? But I have to plant at least 2 of each kind. So I'm going to have 1 row of just 2 of each kind of tomato. And then I'm going to have all my Mariana tomatoes from the Vineyard Chicks. Those are all going to be by themselves together in a raised bed. And I'm just going to use tomato cages on those.
So I also order from Haas. And this, I'm going to try and grow loofah this year out here. Has anybody grown loofah?
Loofah is not my friend.
But anyhow, I mean, we could go on and on about our seeds and flowers, right? A little bit at a time.
I need to put this back. You're looking for this. I said, I tried to grow loofah 3 years, and then I gave up.
Well, I'll tell you. I'm going to tell you friends. When I had my shop, I had ordered wholesale a container from Bentley Seeds. This is a squash. Now, this is now 2 years old, right? I'm testing right now to see whether or not I can get anything to germinate out. I mean, that's why it looks like I have so many seeds, because I have a lot of seeds that did not sell when I had my brick and mortar. So I brought them home, right? I know they're 2 years old, but the seeds should be able to germinate, don't you think?
I actually have one bag of seeds. This bag of seeds I'm actually just going to give away at the meetup that I'm going to. I'm going to bag it up and give it away. So maybe somebody else will get some use out of it. I'm trying to find a certain seed I wanted to show y'all, but I can't seem to.
Look at Christine.
Look at this. 4 different kinds of corn.
Look at Christine's
and I don't even
comment.
know where I'm going to. What'd she say?
You're funny, Gail. Save the seed show and tail for our seed hoarder intervention meeting.
I know. I'm sitting here. I was trying to find the giant pumpkin seeds that I ordered.
Thanks for joining us, Nana Grace. I don't know, Gail, what meetup? You're freezing. What meetup? Somebody asked.
I am going to the Ozark meetup that's in Missouri. It's Simply Jan Homestead and Backwoods Misfit is having a meetup in Missouri. And I haven't seen Jan in about 3 years. So we're going to go up there and stay like 4 or 5 days in a cabin. And the meetup is somewhere in that time frame. So that is May.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
10th, 11th, and 12th. It's at the Pomme de Terre State Park.
Okay. Thanks. Christine, it's great. This will be my first actually using Haas seeds. So thank you.
I've used Haas.
So I know. Hey, Canadian Family Live. You can just share her thing too, Sherry, because she's with both of us. Can I show you the new tool I got?
Sure. What'd you get?
So you know how we plant our seeds?
Oh, wow.
So this is my watering tank. I like it because it's about 48 ounces. So it holds quite a bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you take this and you pump it. And then I don't know if you can see or not. We're going to attempt this. And then you can spray. And it just sprays and mists your seeds in the containers.
Ooh. That's cool.
My son's dog is going crazy. So that's my new tool. So I keep it filled up. Huh?
I said, that's very cool. I said, I'm going to need a new water hose this year myself. Ours messed up last year. So I'm watering with kind of a messed up one right now.
Well, I need to get one for outside, but right now for just like watering the seeds, that makes it really helpful. Hey guys, if you're there, don't forget to smash thumbs up on those, please. It helps us out a lot. Yes, tools, right, Christine? You with me?
Yes. Yeah, I love tools.
Hey, Rob, thanks for joining us from the
UK.
UK. Yeah, it's going on 9 o'clock there. So he needs to go to bed, I'm sure, if he has to work tomorrow.
9 p.m.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye, Rob. Thank you for coming in.
So yeah. What other things did we talk about last week? Did we talk about our raised beds and garden and all that stuff?
Well, I know.
Bye. Thank you.
When I very first
So-
moved here to this house, I actually was gardening in ground. So I started YouTube and I started seeing people with all their cool raised beds. So I bought some lumber and I had my husband build 2 long, skinny raised beds. I wanted them to be skinny so that I could sit down and weed it and be able to reach across the whole thing. And then there was a little bit of wood left over.
Sure.
I built a small one. And so I have 2 long ones and a small one. And then I bought some raised planters, and then he brought home some shipping containers from his job, and then I painted those. So, he'll drill the holes in them, and so I'll have those, and I usually paint them just to make the wood preserve for longer. So I prefer the raised beds now. It's just so much easier.
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of hard to grow in that Texas clay. Not everything.
My friends say that all the time, and they use buckets.
Buckets, yeah. I like to use buckets for some things, but I grew my tomatillas in ground and in a bucket, and the tomatillas that were in the ground grew way bigger than the ones in the 5-gallon bucket. So I had that brand new raised bed that my husband bought me, that metal one, I'm going to put my tomatillas in that. And then I found a couple of little places where I'm going to kind of scoot some tomatillas in where they'll be in a raised bed, but actually in the ground, so they'll get bigger. So I think I'm going to grow the regular tomatillas that are the green ones.
Nice.
And I think I have some purple tomatillas as well. So
yes, I haven't grown those. I'm going to do the green tomatillos this year. Last year I canned a bunch of the green salsa verde, and I don't have that, so I want to be able to do more.
Yeah, I have a really.
They're hard to find out this way, though.
Tomatillas, yeah. I actually ordered mine from MI Gardener, just because they're a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
A little bit harder to find. So I ordered the tomatillas and the ground cherries. Now I believe my ground cherries will come up on their own, but just in case, I wanted to order some seed just so I could put some more in the ground, just in case they don't come up.
Can you figure out why it's glitchy? Like there's glitchy, like we're freezing. I don't know if it's my connection or what.
It looked like a couple of times I looked up at you and it looked like maybe your face was frozen, but I wasn't sure.
Oops. I closed a couple of my windows that I had open too. I'm thinking maybe that was part of it, So whoops, I'm dropping everything over here.
Yeah, some of the containers that hubby bought me, I kind of I start with the level down kind of low, and it looks weird the first year, but I do that because I want to be able to amend the soil the next year and the next year and the next year. And by that fourth year, I'm going to have to dig some out and put something new on top. But I do it low the first year so that I'll have room to keep amending it every year. So it always looks weird at the beginning, but then. So if you see that, that's the method to my madness.
Don't worry about it, Christine. Neither can I. Yeah, I have. I'm trying to think. 6. I think 6 raised beds. I think. And then I have a ton of grow bags. The biggest being 100-gallon grow bag where I just throw in a whole bunch of seeds for less than that. And I just harvest off of that all year. But because I'm extending my garden out, I'm going to get some more raised beds. My husband doesn't know it yet, but we're going to get some more raised beds.
Yeah. He's always like, are you going to shorten it up? Nope. I always get bigger. I don't ever get smaller. It never, if anything, I'll just plant more flower, something but I'm really not going to have enough room to plant everything that I have. I mean, I have plenty of room in the yard. I just don't have enough raised beds and containers for things. Now, a lot of my herbs and flowers will be in pots. A lot of them will be in pots. Because a lot of herbs will grow well in pots. Now, there's some things like dill that I feel like they need more room. But other things, like I put some borage and some savory in a pot. I put some cilantro in a pot. I also put some in a raised bed on the cilantro. Hopefully I'll have some cilantro this year. Last year wasn't a good year for cilantro, but the year before that,
I know, that's how I felt too.
I had so much I was giving some to the neighbor, but last year not so good. I don't know why.
Molly, that is very cool. She just got her husband a high tunnel.
Nice.
I have the perfect spot for one, to be honest with you. I have on my property past my chicken coop, I have this area that's just open, and I used to have my garden out there, and it's a really nice big open space, and it's not being utilized for anything because I moved my garden closer to the house, thinking the deer wouldn't get into the garden because they're near the goats and everything, Yeah, last year was a very bad year for gardening for me. I don't know how, just the weather here, it never really quite warmed up like it usually does. So
we're mediocre. So I spent a lot more time amending that soil in that bed over there. I have to keep my tomatoes in the same place because hubby has driven T-posts there. So I don't want him to keep having to pull those out and put it back in and move around. So I just worked on trying to amend that soil way back in August when it started to get hot here. I pulled everything up and started adding chicken manure and all that stuff so it'd have a long time to sit, or as long as it could. And then I just kept adding banana peels and shells and coffee grounds and all the good stuff in there. And hopefully, I was digging around in there today and that soil looks pretty good. So I feel like it's going to be good. See the seeds. My husband bought
I have more seeds to show if you want. It's my pleasure.
My husband bought me a box full of
I did. So this year I did save. Yeah, I saved beans from my green bean plant last year.
Beans.
So I'll probably test. Yeah, I'll probably test to see if I can, if they grow. I have a book on saving seeds. And I
had about 5 different people send me lettuce. So I took all my lettuce and put them in a pill container and marked it lettuce, and I mixed them together on purpose. That way, when I'm planting, I'll get a variety in my planter. When I go to make our salads, there'll be like lots of different kinds of lettuce. So when people ask me what it is, I'm like, I don't know, because it's all mixed together. It's a mixed group of lettuce.
Yeah, eggshells take a couple of years to actually break down to get the calcium that's needed.
I think I read that one time that it took 3 years.
Sadly, I do throw mine out.
I still keep investing.
Yes, I think that's right, Gail.
I keep investing in 2-3 years in the future. I do. All of my eggshells I process, whether I'm using it for chickens or gardening, I do it the same way. I kind of rinse out the inside. I put it on a cookie sheet, put it in the oven at 350 for about 7 to 9 minutes. And then I crush them with the ice cream scooper into about the same size as a chicken food. And so I give it to my chickens to make their eggshells harder in place of oyster shell, which we have given them that too before.
Yes.
But sometimes I do. Okay. We do that to fill in. But anyway, and then sometimes I use it for gardening. So, and it's that same small size. So it's not exactly powder, but it's, pretty tiny. But yeah, somebody told me that several years ago about the eggshells, and I just keep investing in my future. I'm figuring 3 years from now, I'll still be gardening and it'll be helping me then. And whatever I did 3 years ago.
Well, one of the things I'm going to try microphone fell over. Sorry.
One of the things I'm going to try, you started a sentence there. Buy grape jams.
Oh, no, you were talking about eggshells.
Okay.
Buy grape jams. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, whatever I did 3 years ago is helping me now. And whatever I did today is helping me 3 years from now. So it's just a continual process.
Right.
I'm just going to continue to add it to my beds and containers that I grow in. And hopefully the minerals will be in there.
Yeah, might as well. It's not going to hurt anything. It just helps.
No.
Yeah.
But I did hear that. I was very disappointed when I first heard it took 3 years. I was very disappointed when I first heard that. But now I'm just like, that's okay. 3 years from now.
I know. I thought it was
I was sad. I was like, oh, but that's okay. That's okay.
I know. Let's move into maybe pest, and that can be from insects to, do you have deer, do you have rabbits, do you have groundhogs that get into your garden?
Ants.
And what do you do to rid of those things? I get ants too. It depends on what it is. I think that comes from the soil maybe being too sandy, or they're trying to go after the water. I don't know. But I have not. Hey, Jamie's Country Living. Christine, you're cracking me up today. One of the things I'm going to try this year, and if anybody has, let me know. Have you ever heard about that Irish Spring soap that you can shred and place around the perimeter, and it helps deter like deer and stuff from your garden? And then I heard of this stuff called liquid fence. Somebody on Instagram.
I know some predators are ran off by Irish Spring soap. You're kind of going in and out.
Yeah.
And I've also heard human hair runs off some predators, and this is really, really gross, but men's pee. I know that's terrible, but some predators don't do that either.
Well, that's why that's one of the reasons why I want my son to take his dog. Come here, buddy.
Yeah, the dog.
Everybody.
The dog pee also. And it's
like closer to the garden and
men's pee.
Yeah.
Like the predators know if it's me or my husband. Now, I'm not going to pee in the yard. We're in the city, not in the country. But anyway, if you lived in the country, I don't. But if you did, you might, if you have problems with deer, you might have your husband go on the perimeters where the deer, get into your area. It'll run them off from your area. But yeah, the dog also, if the dog is a male, for some reason, they can tell that it's a male. So I know it's gross.
Yes,
I talk about,
they can.
But these are just things I've learned over my years on YouTube, where I watched the video about human hair. So hubby goes in and he, cuts his hair. So he sweeps it up and I say, okay, I want your hair. He doesn't look at me funny because he knows I say weird things. And so he's like, okay. So he put it in the, what do you call it? The dustpan that, like when you're sweeping up, he put it in there and then I distributed it through the garden because it's good for predators, but it also has some vitamins in it. I don't remember exactly what human hair has in it, but deer are attracted to male human urine. it's been tested. Don't ask how I know.
I
thought
think
it was the opposite.
it's.
I thought it
I
ran
want
up
to say.
deer, so it attracts deer. Ooh.
I want to say coyote yarn is
But
what deters them, if I'm not mistaken.
well, doesn't it matter if
So,
it's male or female urine? I don't know.
I don't know.
My problem is
Anyhow,
ants. That's my problem. Ants.
are they on your plants or in the soil?
Sometimes, like some of my years when I was not well, last year specifically, the ants attacked my loofah plants, the plants, but I've actually had them in my soil too, which I heard. If you pour boiling water over your soil to kill the ants, you're also killing the microbes in the soil. So that takes out another option. So the only time I can use the boiling water method is if I find an anthill somewhere where I'm not actually planting. What I have used that helps a little bit, I noticed, this is just my own observation, when I use a cow manure compost in that bed, that seems to deter the ants because they don't like the smell of the cow manure. So if you are somebody who has trouble with ants, you might try the cow manure in the beds that you're having ants and just see if that helps. But yeah, okay, so I was wrong on the
interesting.
The male urine thing. I was completely wrong. I thought that they would run them off, but I guess I was also use cornmeal for ants.
But maybe it's male coyotes. It could be the male coyote. So
Yeah.
Molly says use cornmeal for ants. So if you have an ant problem, Molly says use cornmeal for ants. I'm going to check. Did we miss any comments? Thank you for putting up all the links, everybody. Sherry and Jamie's Country Living. So I've been okay with bugs, except for the hornworm. I have had some squash bugs, but it's I mean, when you're gardening, you're going to get those insects. Last year, aside from the cold, I had a really hard time attracting pollinators to my garden. Even I had flowers all out there, and I was really surprised. Like the bees weren't coming around like they normally used to. And I don't use anything that would harm them. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I don't know. But one of the things,
those zinnias bring a lot of pollinators, and sunflowers bring a lot of bees too. So maybe with your zinnias and your sunflowers, you'll get.
So I'm getting my. Well, that's why I bought all those flowers too, because I want to do like raised beds, like a raised bed with zinnias, and just a lot more flowers out there.
Can you bring up Christine's comment so I could see it a little bit bigger?
So.
No, there was a big long one in
there. That one?
No, there's a longer. Yeah, that one.
That one?
I know deer freak out when they smell where we walk when we are hunting.
Yeah. I have a ton of deer. And if anybody saw my short last night, there was probably 15, almost 20 deer on my property. They're here all the time. So there's nothing, I mean, yeah. Here, let me do another one.
That's okay. I'm okay with being wrong. I'm all right with that. I was just trying to throw some ideas out.
Mm-hmm.
It probably,
I'm going to try this liquid fence.
that comment probably had more to do with a different type of predator. Maybe the male urine was talking about something else, like raccoons or possums, or, maybe it was a different kind of animal besides deer.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
haven't
maybe.
personally had my husband try it or anything. It's just something I heard. I just hear
That's funny.
Hi,
You're
Heather.
funny. Hey, Milk and Honey, welcome in.
I'm funny every other day. So apparently today I'm funny. So tomorrow I won't be funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, it might have
That's
been.
funny.
It might have been the mole that I was thinking about, because I look stuff up, but then it's a while before I look at it again. So, but I'm constantly looking up stuff for ants. I have tried everything. I mean, we have crazy bad ants here.
Peppermint.
I don't know.
Peppermint gets rid of them.
I don't know who it was that said it, but they said the ant trails are 20 feet under the ground. I mean, they're just like armies and armies and crazy amounts of ants under the property. So I just have to fight them the best I can. Normally they don't destroy everything, but they do love loofah for some reason. So I can live without loofah.
That's good information because I've never grown loofah, so we'll see. But I had a lot of ants last year in my one raised bed when I was planting onions. I'm like, where did all these ants come from? Like they just appeared, and it could have been in the soil. Yeah. So cayenne pepper, yeah, and peppermint works as well.
Cinnamon. I've tried mixing cayenne pepper and cinnamon together. I've done it all.
Have you used peppermint?
No, like oil, like spraying it.
Like essential oil peppermint?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I'll try it. Hey, I'll try anything once.
Yeah. I use it in my house if the ants come in. I'll put it a little bit on a cotton ball and stick it in the corner and the ants stay away.
Okay, thank you for that, because
So.
I do have some peppermint essential oil, so I can try that. I'll give it a try.
Yep.
Nope, no loofah for me.
Yep. Maybe just put a drop around the perimeter.
I give everything 3 years.
I know Gail.
Loofah's
Okay.
Met its 3 years, and
Gail started. I was showing because Gail did the same thing. She actually did a video on her channel about this.
On the paper towel.
Here, let me show you what Cher says. This is what Cher says.
Last year.
It didn't harm your plants, Cher. So
I had some crazy looking worms on my sunflowers last year, and I sprayed them with, I believe it was a tiny bit of dish soap, and I think I had the lemon balm.
Dawn dish soap and water works great.
Because it wasn't something you're going to eat, right? Or at least I'm not going to eat my sunflowers. Some people do. Yeah, and it worked. It ran them off. I managed to, they did get some holes in there, but I don't know what kind of worms those were, but Neem oil?
It may help, Christina. I mean,
Sure.
I don't know. It may.
I've done
So
diets.
Gail did a video on her Southern Living channel. Let's see.
Of the paper towel method?
So what, Gail?
Oh, you're talking about of the paper towel method? Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Because I have all these seeds from my shop, I need to know whether or not they're good. So Gail did it, and I've seen it done. And I told Gail, I think I'm going to join you in doing this. So what I did is I have a paper towel here, and I did this over the weekend. Nothing's happened. I've looked, and I used my spray bottle, and I did dampen the paper towel. And I laid my seeds. I don't know if you can see that. I laid my seeds, they're peas. And what I've done is I just lay them here and I cover them up and I store them in a Ziploc bag. And I'm going to see if I can get them to germinate. And if I can germinate these, if they germinate, then I will go ahead and place them in a container to grow. Now, I saw Gail did hers, and she said she was going to put it in a dark place. And the one thing, hey, Grow Big TV, and the one thing that I saw was nobody said put it in a dark place. So I've been leaving it in my sunroom, but I think it gets too cold in there. And I'm going to bring them in the house and just leave them here on my dining room table. And that's just how I store them. And I have my sprayer bottle that I go in and I spray with. So we will see. Both Gail and I are going to give updates to see if this method works. I know it can work because I've seen it done. And I'm going to do that with a couple of more seeds that I don't know if they're going to germinate. So it's not going to hurt anything. Just going to try something new. What ones are you doing, Gail?
There are many peppers, sweet and pretty. I won these from Garden State Gardener.
Okay.
Sweet and pretty.
How long ago did you win those?
I've
also heard
probably last year, probably in
beans.
2023.
Yeah.
I think he said, Gail, you're not sweet or pretty. I think that's what he said when I won them.
Who said that?
Joe, Garden State Gardener. Just kidding.
No.
Okay, done. Now I need to mark what this is. Yeah. So I just started 3 of these little. They look pretty from the picture. They look really pretty. Very colorful.
They do. So if you want to see if your seeds will germinate, if they're older seeds, mine are 2 years old. Gail's is about a year old. Try the paper towel method. It's supposed to work. I've seen it work. And if they don't germinate, then I'll just throw the seeds away. I mean, what do you do?
Yeah, I have plenty. There's still a bunch more in here. I still have more.
Oh, I have all, let's see. I have all these onion seeds that I had in my shop from 2 years ago that I had purchased. And when I closed down a year ago, my brick and mortar part, I just have so many of them. I just don't know what to do with them, you know? So we're going to. Yeah. I have cauliflower. I have broccoli. I have just a lot. And I hate to throw them out. Like I just feel like that's just a waste. So somehow I'm going to get these to germinate. I'm not sure how, but Somehow I'm going to. What? I missed something. I missed something, Gail. Did you?
Oh, did he type something wrong? Did he?
I don't know. He may have. That's okay. Okay. Let me back up. For what, Milk and Honey? Ella works for what? The seed starting or for ants?
Aloe gel? Oh, maybe for ants. Hi, Alfonso.
Hi, Alfonso. So one of the things, like the earth, because that's good. You can sprinkle it on, but isn't that maybe I'm wrong.
I'll try anything. Aloe gel. What was the one you said? Oh, peppermint. I need to write that down so I don't forget.
Peppermint. Yep. All right.
Peppermint.
That's good to know. Thanks for sharing that, Milk and Honey.
A little cotton ball. I started my peppercini peppers, the paper towel method as well. So I need to go check on those seeds. Hopefully they should be about the and cinnamon for ants. Yeah.
When did you start them?
Saturday.
Yeah, see, and mine haven't done anything yet.
I have to look at them again.
So I'm going to just keep them in the house. Yeah, I'm going to keep them in the
It was the video I watched that said put it in a dark place. It was a video I watched that said put it in a warm, dark place. So it was actually
I watched one and it didn't say that. So.
And she was talking about it. So I looked up, I watched 2-3 videos after that. I'm like, okay, that's pretty simple. And and the one I watched had the lady was putting it in a shelf or whatever. So I just put it in my china cabinet in the bottom down there where I store like cans and stuff. So
good idea. I'll do that too.
I think maybe Heather was asking me to spell out diatomaceous earth earlier. So I spelled that out. I think I got it. I think she was asking for the spelling. So I put that in case somebody's wondering why I put that there.
Yeah. Now there are certain things, that link that I shared with everybody, and just even listening to one of the gardening groups I'm on today, there are certain things, and I didn't write it down, like you can direct sow outside. Carrots, celery, radishes, because the seed can handle a freeze if the temperatures are cold. It may take them a little longer to germinate, versus doing them in the house.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I have some carrots.
So much great information about how to prevent ants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some from last year, and they literally have hung in. So.
Yeah, I waited for my lettuce to come up in the little bunches. And then the other day, now that I know where it's coming up, I went and put some in some other spots, a little bit of succession planting where it'll be kind of full later on, So that's what I did. I put some more lettuce in there. So I should have enough for us and the chickens.
Let me see.
So if I get these started, the paper towel method, I will transfer them over into a little pot and put them under the grow light till it's time to put them outside.
Okay. Heather, did you want to come up and join Gail and I? Her name is Heather, right?
Yes, Heather. Mm-hmm. Yes. Sorry, I have an itchy nose today. My allergies. I'm actually going to be out
No,
of
it's
town
fine.
for about 5 days. So I have my videos coming up like normal, but I just won't be as much around the YouTube streets as normal. So if I miss your live or your video, I'm sorry. I'm going to actually try to
Don't
take
worry about it. I know I have a video. I'm doing the
break.
No, you can do them as new seeds too, Cher.
Any seeds.
Any seed. You
You're outside right now?
You can start those seeds anytime. Okay. No, not a problem.
Bye, Christine.
Bye, Christine. Thank you for coming today. That was fun. Yeah, you can start them with any seeds.
Yep. I just happen to do peppers because I have a harder
see what time we got.
So since it's what did you say, Tina?
You're welcome.
You kind of cut off. You said it's 4 o'clock less, and then it cut off.
No, I was just looking at the time. It's 4:30 here, and I know we're all on different time zones. Like Sherry's on Pacific, you're on Central, and I'm on Eastern time. So I was just looking. So does anybody have any questions for either Gail or myself about gardening or just any? I think we're trying to cover just tips and ways to make things a little bit easier for everybody's life when it comes to gardening. That's what's so great. Oh, and Alfonso's on Mountain Time. Sorry.
Mountain.
Jamie, you're on my time.
I just know when Tina says 3 o'clock, that means 2 o'clock. I always know it's just an hour before. I've started to remember that now. I'm like, oh, okay, that's 2 o'clock. And then if you go back to, if you're supposed to be on someone's live.
Well, because my head's going.
Yeah, if you go to their live and you look at it, the set where it's set up, it'll show it in your time. So it shows it to me in Central. So if I want to confirm, I can go back and it'll say 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. So that's good for me. Yeah, it's 3:30. 1:30. Wow.
Okay.
4:30.
Well, since in a couple of hours.
Heather's 2 hours before us. Wow.
Hey, Heather, I hear you on that one.
I'm hoping the garden gnomes will go outside and clean it up for me.
I would like somebody to come help clean. I'd like some help cleaning mine up too. I did a lot of it last year though, as I closed it down at the end of fall. So I don't feel too bad. But
not as much as I wanted to get done. But I'm just trying to do a little bit every day.
So, yeah. Alfonso has a question. Has anyone ever used raised garden beds? I use stock tanks for my garden beds and it works out very well.
Yep. A stock tank.
So I've never used a stock tank, but I do use raised garden beds.
Mm-hmm. I prefer raised garden beds and containers and pots over in-ground growing because it's so hard to keep up with the weeds. Even in the raised bed, it's hard to keep up with the weeds sometimes. I was weeding today on one of my raised beds. It was like,
Well, maybe you can share with the rest of us Grow Big TV to have somebody help clean up our gardens.
Yeah. That would be nice. A garden helper. Yeah, that would be great. Little garden helper.
Yeah. One of the things I've also learned too is never to let your soil dry out in your garden. Even, and I went out, I can see on my soil just, I need to remove those containers that I have there, my grow bags with maybe some new stuff in that, and to get the soil, wet down. I agree.
Cleanup crew.
Yep. Jamie, would that be used for gardening or for just your tools? The old large toolbox. Is that for like gardening? But
if you're talking about
you would grow in that?
If it has holes, or if you can put some drainage holes in it, you could plant in almost anything.
That's great, Alfonso.
The first year I tried to grow spinach, it didn't come up.
Yeah,
But
that's
this year
great.
I already have spinach up. So I'm going to have New Zealand spinach and then some kind of climbing spinach.
That's awesome.
So I'm happy about that because I actually buy spinach.
I had
protein shake in the morning. Yeah, toolbox would be a cute planter.
Okay. Yep. I grew spinach last year.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Rust. Yeah. Very true. Didn't think about that.
Whoops. I clicked too fast.
Yeah, I have that
There we
one
go.
sister that's metal, but it's actually made for gardening. But it has like a coating on it, and the inside is plain. The outside has, but anyway, I'm sure it's meant, yeah, I want a green stalker too.
Yeah, Jamie, I know they're having a sale right now. Buy one, get the second one 60% off. But if there's one sale now, there's another one coming, right?
Yeah. I still have that on my list to do grow bags and a green stalk.
So everybody that's here, do you, aside from your garden and you grow and you eat it and, you know, share it or whatever, how many of you grow enough to be able to preserve food for your home for like over winter or something for future meals? Anybody grow that amount of food to harvest and to preserve?
I wouldn't say that I'm to that level yet, but I try. I mean, I put up tomatoes in the freezer. I've actually canned it before. And I put up zucchini last year. I put up shredded zucchini in two cup increments so I could make zucchini bread over the winter. So I think I have one or two left. I probably could, but it's just hard to do all that by myself. Like processing a bunch of tomatoes at one time, I had my husband help me. Oh my gosh, it was a lot of work. And then you look at what's left and you're like, that's all I get for all this work. That makes me mad.
Yeah, I know today, to be honest with you, I had tomatoes and I know that it may or may not lose nutritional value, but I had stuck a bushel of tomatoes in bags and stuck them in my freezer back in like October, November. And I pulled them out today finally to process them. And I don't feel like going to do it now. they're at the point where I can, you know, mix them up and puree it, but I think I'll wait until tomorrow to finish it. So what I can't grow in my garden, I will resource from local farms most of the time. Most of the time I'm up in Pennsylvania because my Amish friends up there, they have the farms and I get really good deals. So
I wish we had an Amish store here. I've been to one before when I was in Montana visiting my sister-in-law, and it was so cool.
I just, you know, that's why I don't stress over it. If something doesn't happen, like, okay, I know where I can go get it, you know, when I go up there.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad your nesting trays are working, Heather.
Awesome, Heather. Yep, I've made salsa. I don't need to make any probably for 2 years. I have so much tomato sauce and stuff canned. I don't believe that I'll need to can any this year, which will free me up to work on something new.
Work on something else.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to be able to do ground cherry jelly this year.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Hopefully, if I get enough at one time, I'm going to make ground cherry jelly. So that's the goal.
I am going to, well, now look, I just said tomato, but this is different. It's tomato basil jam. So yes, it'll be some tomatoes, but it'll be a different product. You know what I mean? So like the tomatoes I have in my sink, they're draining. My plan is to make enchilada sauce because I only have 2 jars left and I need more. So
Love enchiladas. What kind of enchiladas do you make? Chicken or beef?
I do both.
Both.
I do chicken and beef. Yep. But I use red sauce, but I want to use the green sauce too and make a, with the salsa verde.
Mm-hmm. I think she's talking about the ground cherry jelly, maybe? Possibly.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Maybe.
Simply Jan Homestead said it's really, really good. But let me tell you,
really good.
If you want to try ground cherries, I suggest you plant the whole entire pack.
Are you saying ground cherries?
Ground cherries.
Yeah, I heard those are really, really good. And I almost bought some and did not to plant.
Yeah. Mine should be coming back, but if not, I did buy a backup pack from my gardener just in case.
Yeah. Ground cherries are also, they fall off the ground. They're wrapped in like almost like a tomatillo, wouldn't you say?
Tomatillo with that, yeah.
They have like that peel outer layer and then they fall to the ground and
yeah, like a hole.
Ground cherries.
Ground cherries.
And then they're ready.
Sometimes I would pick them and they would not be yellow. So if I picked them and they were green, I would actually sometimes I would bite them in half and put them back down into the ground to reseed. So hopefully they should come up by themselves. I'm going to try to hold off, not plant any and see if they'll come up on their own. So we'll see.
That's a great way of looking at it, Heather. I just, yeah,
80
I don't
jars.
Yeah. I know, I don't know what I can this year. I just know that I canned a lot. So, I say I'm not going to do tomatoes, but I can probably guarantee you that I will.
I really wanted to do pickles last year, but I didn't get enough pickling cucumbers at one time to be able to do that.
Heather, I did ketchup and we haven't even eaten it. It's a long process and I don't know. I don't think I'll ever do ketchup again, but the pizza sauce I will definitely do again. That everybody liked. Well, there's only 3 of us, but it was a winner. I did a chili base this year. If you haven't done a chili base, let me tell you, that was the best ever. It's the tomatoes with all the fixins in it for the chili, except for the beans and that. You just dump it and you dump it in when you make your chili, and I think it's actually delicious and was easy to do. So
it had the meat in it, but not the beans.
Yeah.
You add the beans at the last minute.
Yep. Yep. But I just canned. I can't find kidney beans. Every time I go to Aldi, there's no kidney beans. I'm like, what is up with that? But I just canned, I don't know, 14 or 15 jars of beans, maybe like 13 pinto, and then the rest were like the northern white bean. So I just put a whole bunch of that up on the pantry too.
Hubby is picky.
And then I'm going to try it's pickled tomatoes, but they're using green tomatoes. And my daughter and son-in-law came on Sunday and surprised us. And we ended up going out to dinner to a place in town we've never been to. And my burger came with pickled tomatoes. And I'm telling you, everybody loved them. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to find a recipe. So green tomatoes.
I think Heather might be leaving. If you're leaving, Heather, bye.
Bye, Heather. Thanks for coming in.
Pinto beans are scarce.
Yeah, kidney beans it's really strange. Like Friday, I'm going back up to Lancaster to spend the day with my friends. We're going to go shopping. So I'm going to try and hit some of the Amish bulk stores up there to see if I can find any more kidney beans or anything like that.
So in the survival seed challenge, they actually had kidney beans. So I'm going to be growing kidney beans for the first time this year.
Well, you can get them and you can soak them and grow them right from the store out of the bag. You know that, right?
Mm-mm. Yeah.
So you can even with the pinto beans, you can use the pinto beans from your store.
Yeah, I did.
Still dry.
I did find that one out.
Yeah, you can do the same with black beans and kidney beans. Those are your seeds.
Black beans?
I think you do the paper towel method, or you soak them really good in a jar, in a mason jar with water, and then you soak them overnight. I'm not sure. Go research it, you guys. I'm just telling you. Yeah, seriously, Jamie, I promise you. And you soak them in everything, and then you can plant them, and they will actually grow.
I have had a fried pickle before.
Yeah. If you have any Amish or Mennonite bulk stores, I highly suggest that you go to one and visit it because, yes. See, look at Heather. See what Heather said?
10-year-old beans.
Yeah. So, I mean, think about that. Just with our food chain is broken. There's you can't deny that. There's a break in our food chain. So that might be one more thing to add on to try it, right? It's just beans you can put up in your pantry. I mean, it's not. Mm-hmm. What, Jamie? You're near me. I know exactly where you're at.
I like sour pickles. I don't like sweet pickles as much. My husband likes sweet pickles and I like dill pickles. So we're completely opposite on that.
So, okay. Yes, Sherry, do it. Oxford, PA or Oxford, because there's an Oxford, Maryland. So I know, you know where Abbottstown is, Jamie? You're in Maryland. Yep, I know exactly. You're on the eastern shore of Maryland in Oxford near St. Michael's, correct?
I do like bread and butter pickles, though.
Yes.
But like the gherkins in the jar, that's not my thing. But my husband loves them.
Yeah. So if you're over there, Jamie, I know that over in Dover, Delaware, they have Byler's. Oh. There's an Annapolis market and a Easton, Maryland market that is Amish and Mennonite ran. So there's some gotcha.
Northeast.
We're neighbors then, Jamie. Somewhere we're neighbors. I can guarantee you we're not far from each other. So that's always fun. That's like when I met Leanne from Mennonite Farmhouse. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're not far from each other.
She's over there.
We're not far from each other either. Yeah. So because of where I'm positioned at, I'm about an hour east of Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
So no, you're fine, Jamie. Don't worry about it. No worry about it at all. So yeah, try the beans, everybody. Do some more research, but you can. Is Heather still here?
I think she left. I think she went to the store.
Okay.
with
Well,
hubby to get some things.
yeah. So, well, what do we have? Because I'm gonna have to probably. Yep. Yes. What's for dinner?
I was just thinking that. I was like, I need to get up and like thaw some meat so I can make something. I could make a pizza.
You could. Heather, you are here. You said you've grown beans.
Oh, I thought she was gone.
Yeah. Hey, did you soak your beans first before planting them? And what was your process since your beans were a little bit old? Can you maybe just type it in the comments and then I'll put it up here? I'm having I pulled Italian sausage out this morning, and I have a can of my homemade pasta sauce in the fridge that needs to be used. I have homemade sourdough bread I made this morning, and I'm going to do some pasta for my husband and son, and then gluten-free pasta for myself.
That sounds good. Sounds really good.
And then I don't know I haven't had lettuce or salad in a long time. I think I just don't crave a salad and I don't like the taste of it. I literally like to wait until my own lettuce comes in and my own tomatoes. I can't even eat tomatoes in the store anymore. They make me sick.
I can eat them, but I don't really want to. Hubby got one for tacos one day, and I was like, oh. We've been just eating our tacos without tomatoes. I'm like, we'll start having tomatoes on our salads and our tacos when we get tomatoes.
Yeah, I use my tomatoes is my salsa that has tomatoes in it. So share, here you go. If anybody wants to try growing beans, kidney black or pinto, Heather says she soaked her beans for a few hours in water. So whatever is it warm, Heather? Either works, she says. So, you know
I didn't know what I was doing on planting beans, so the vineyard chick sent 10 beans. I put 4 in the ground. I'm going to wait and see if they come up.
Oh, awesome.
I have 6 more. So I have basically 10 seeds. But it's not a very big bed, so I really don't need that many. I probably won't need them all.
Well, I go through a lot of the pinto beans here. That's why I just canned up so many.
But people were saying that kidney beans, you have to cook them a certain way. So I'll have to do my research. If I get any actually up, I'm going to have to do my research on it.
What do you mean cook? So I would can mine just like I do my pinto and black beans. I would soak them overnight with some apple cider vinegar in it and let them soak because it helps with the digestive. They digest easier by soaking them anyhow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're almost, once you pressure can them, they're pretty well cooked. You know what I mean? You just throw them into like chili or something.
Yeah.
Yes, and they're healthy. They're better. I can't eat black beans. I have some canned. I'm gonna try and eat them because the way I pre-soak them and everything. But I can't eat those or kidney beans or anything. They literally have to be organic. And that's just, yeah. So Heather Cher Marshall says, thank you for that tip. Thank you. So yeah. So there's dinners tonight is pasta. It's going to be easy breezy. I'll probably throw some peas or I don't know. I have a whole bunch of green beans from my last year and the year before still in my freezer. We haven't eaten because I'm the only one who eats them. So what are you having, Gail? You said pizza?
I think I'm going to do the pizza because I had bought some cauliflower crust.
Yeah.
Pizza crust, and then I could just make my own pizza sauce for it and then do like some onions, some black olives, Canadian bacon, cheese. I think I have some bell pepper in there. So yeah.
That's awesome. That sounds good.
I think that's what I'm going to do. I haven't tried that cauliflower crust yet. but the package I bought came with 2 in it. I'm going to try to make my own at some point, but I'm trying to eat healthy, but it's really hard.
Yeah.
And I get stressed out. I'm definitely a stress eater.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's hard.
It is hard.
Heather, I used to love black beans and rice. My sister and I, we knew a lady, Kathy was her name. She was Cuban, and she would make the best black beans and rice. And I've never had them. Nowhere can anybody duplicate that black beans and rice that she used to make.
Wow.
So good. Well, when you know how to cook like that authentic, that was, especially if you were raised that way.
Yeah.
You can't go out and find it, right?
Seasoning.
What do you mean?
I think she's asking me what kind of seasoning. I'll probably put some salt and pepper and garlic powder, onion powder, maybe some basil. I have some fresh dried parsley from my garden last year.
I just used the end of my fresh dried parsley. So I know I have to grow a lot more than I did.
Yeah, that's one of my goals, is to try to grow enough parsley for the whole year. Well, technically, I did grow enough for the whole year because I still have like this much left. So, and we're there. I might be out of maybe a month before I get some. But anyway, it's planted. Parsley's planted.
I know toasted garlic is good. I use like tonight, I will crushed red peppers. I put in everything.
Oh, I usually saute spinach to put on my pizza too.
Ooh, okay.
Spinach and onions
Uh-huh.
and some olive oil, and I usually put that on my pizza too.
That sounds good. That sounds very good. Okay, well, Gail and I aren't the only ones cooking tonight. Who else is cooking? Share with us what you plan on having for dinner tonight. Do you plan on going out? Do you already have something maybe pre-made in your freezer? Crock pot meal? Yummy. Basil pesto. Jamie says for her pizza sauce.
Yeah.
That sounds good. I know, right, Heather? I'm hungry too.
I'm hungry just listening and talking about food.
I know.
I was okay until we started talking about pizza and pasta and all that, and then I started to get hungry. I could handle talking about beans, but when we started talking about other stuff, I'm like, oh, now I'm hungry. Mini cheeseburgers. Sounds good. Like sliders.
Sounds good to me. Now I'm going to save my soup, my sandwiches, and that for tomorrow night because we have church group. So I always need something quick and easy because it starts at 6:30.
Yeah.
So I will do like grilled cheese tomorrow, and I have some soup, homemade tomato soup, which is really easy to make.
Kimchi.
I've never made kimchi.
I don't know if I would like kimchi.
Yeah. One of the things I want to start doing is more fermenting. I want to start learning that process in better detail and more what's the word I want to use? I just want to start doing it. I have everything that I can start fermenting. I just haven't done it yet. Who ferments here? Anybody else?
I haven't actually tried anything fermenting, but I don't know if I would like it or not. I want to try something before I do it. Like, I see people talking about cowboy candy, but I want to try it before I make it. Because what if you buy all this stuff and then you don't like it, or your husband doesn't like it?
Everybody loves it. I see people canning that and giving it as gifts, but I've never had it.
Yeah, me either.
So you, me, Jamie. Yep.
Ferment cabbage, sauerkraut.
Sadly, I don't like sauerkraut. What? Look at this. This dog.
Oh.
This is my son's Buddy Bear. This is Buddy Bear.
He's cute.
He's a Bernese, and he does this to me all the time.
Spicy jalapenos. Well, if I did make it, I would make it out of. I might try the cowboy candy if I actually get some jalapenos this year.
That's what I wanted to share with you. Here we go. I got to dip into my seeds again. Sorry, guys. But I wanted to share something. I had never heard of this, and I want to. Has anybody ever heard of these pumpkin spice jalapenos?
No.
So I'm going to grow these. I thought that was so cool. I got those from M.I. Gardner. I can't wait. And then I got these. Anybody else? Lemon drop peppers? Anybody? Let me know.
I think I've heard of them, but hello, Wellness with Frugal Mama. Welcome in.
Hey.
Heard of the lemon drop peppers, but I've never tried them.
No, I'm going to try them. So
you do jalapeno and pepperoni peppers, and then these other peppers that I just did, the sweet and.
I got the pepperoni too.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's the ones I started in the paper towel the other day. Plus, I have 2 under the grow light, and I have 3 more left to do. So
okay.
I have 8 seeds. So I have 8 chances to make this work. So.
You will do it. I guarantee you will do it.
I hope so.
I have all the faith in you, Gail. You can do it.
And the whole world's watching. You want to be able to perform. And
I've never heard of them, Alfonso.
Cowboy beans. I believe Simply Jan Homestead makes some cowboy beans. If you want a recipe for that, go check out Simply Jan Homestead.
Is she here?
No. He asked about cowboy beans, and I know she's made those before. I haven't.
Heather, so you've heard of both those peppers? And you said that they're good? Thank you. I just, that's what I like to do. That's what I think about gardening. It's fun. You get to experiment with things, right? Yeah. So I'm trying to grow a lot more peppers this year because I want to try and make my own hot sauce this year and stuff like that too.
That would be nice.
Yep.
I'm going to try to grow some peppers. We'll see how it goes. Everybody says in Texas I should be able to grow peppers like crazy. So
you should.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong that's making it not happen for me. Yeah, I'm probably more of a baked beans kind of person.
Yeah.
I like to make my own baked beans.
Well, and that's why I can those white northern beans, because I'm like, well, baked beans for summertime, how easy is that going to be put together? The beans are pretty much done. I just have to add the brown sugar, the sauce, and the bacon to it.
Yeah.
Doesn't that just sound good right now, guys? Baked beans and a nice big juicy hamburger.
Yeah.
And maybe some coleslaw or something to go with it.
I grew up eating beans and cornbread. That's a very Texas Southern thing. I mean, I guess it's everywhere, but in Texas, that was like literally a meal that we had.
Yep.
Maybe. I don't know.
I hope you all got something out of this with our chatting and yakking for the past, I don't know, hour, 2 hours maybe. 2 hours?
Yep.
Yeah.
It says 2 hours there.
And you all are so sweet for hanging around this long. We appreciate you, don't we, Gail?
Yes, we do. Appreciate all of you being here. Alfonso, I have something I might need your help with, so I'm going to send you an email and ask you about that later. Something technical that I don't know how to do.
So all of the people here, do you all have logos for your channel? I'm curious. Do you have a logo for your channel? Did I show you? Gail? Yeah.
Yes, the house.
Yeah.
The house with the flowers. Yeah.
I guess it's something I heard today during one of my garden chats. The person I follow, I'm part of his what do you call it? Group. it's a private member, so I pay a small fee, and we get like one on very small group chats and stuff. And he was talking about that it's important to have that logo and have it displayed maybe throughout your video in like the upper right hand corner, because a lot of people will take your videos and redo them as their own.
There's a button when you're uploading your video that says allow or don't allow remixes.
Yes.
And you can hit that button if you don't want someone using your content, because I've had some weirdos mess with my content too. Occasionally, if it's for a collaboration, like the Vineyard Chicks one, I will leave that where someone can remix, because I know the Vineyard Chicks might want to use it in their lives or something. But on regular content, I try to turn that thing off so people.
So that's very misleading, because I thought a remix had to do with me, like it automatically remixing my own videos that nobody else could get. So now I know to turn it off when
that button that says allow or don't allow. If you don't want people messing, using your content, they could go in and use your gardening tips on their channel. They could use your recipes, or they could use it to make fun of you. They could use it for anything. But yeah, I found someone told me, I think it was Joe from Garden State Gardener, told me they saw someone posting my content on like Instagram or Reddit or some other social media site. They were posting my video, posting my stuff.
Huh. I know if I ever, like my sourdough sandwich bread, the recipe that I have, it's not mine. I got it from Ruth Ann Zimmerman, who got it from Venison for Dinner. So even in my video when I did it to show, I gave credit back to them, because it's not, do you know what I mean? And it's public, so I can share it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you may not want someone to remix you and put you somewhere else.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, then I'll know. I'll know.
That's what.
So I'm trying to work on a logo, and I'm not.
And I try to think, is this a piece of content for a collaboration that I might want someone to be able to share or not? I think of that when I'm posting the video. But if it's my own content, not related to any collaboration, I turn that thing off.
Gotcha. That's good to know.
That's just my personal opinion. Everybody might have a different one.
Yeah, let me know if you have a channel. Let me know what you think. Yeah, I'm just trying to come up with some type of a logo. I just don't know. My creative side sometimes doesn't come out, like
Alfonso Cimetal made the logo for this channel for Broken Hearts Ministry, and my logo for Gale Southern Living was made by Trey from the Vineyard Chicks. So I didn't make either one of them.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Both of mine were made by other people.
That was nice.
Yes, it was very nice.
Anybody have any questions out there?
I think I'm going to need to go, though.
Yeah, me too, because it's what? 5?
Hi, Butler Family Farm. Welcome in.
Hey, Butler Family Farm. Yep. Any questions?
Got a little bit of stuff to do before hubby gets home, and I'm going out of town tomorrow for about 5 days.
Thanks, Alfonso. I appreciate that.
Just kind of give him an idea of colors and what kind of things you like, and he'll give you a couple of choices for that. I never could get my black and white version of this channel logo to work right for me. I don't know why, because there's sometimes when you might want to use that black and white version, like on a t-shirt or something.
No, you're good, Butler Family Farm. We're glad that you made it in. We're all getting hungry, so I think we're going to have to all go start.
Yeah, they're talking about
supper or something. But we because Gail's going out of town for the next 5 days. We chatted last night, and we decided to go ahead and do one tonight. But normally, her and I are going to be doing one on Wednesdays at about 2 or 3. What time works bad? Whatever. Well,
your 3 is my 2. So
yeah. So
right.
So, but normally we're going to be on Wednesdays, but today we just changed it because of just conflicting scheduling and that, which was fine. So, but we appreciate you.
Thank you guys all for coming in.
You hung in there for 2 whole hours with us. I mean, you're the best.
Awesome.
And if we're not connected on YouTube, I would love to connect with you.
Burke Burnett, Wichita Falls area.
What?
Stay with my mother-in-law. But someone asked me where I was going. I was like, Burke Burnett, Wichita Falls area with my mother-in-law.
Yeah. Yeah.
Going to stay over there for about 5 days-ish. And then hubby's going to come in. He has some projects he's going to help his mom with too. So I'll be there by myself part of the time, and he'll be there with me part of the time. So,
hey, Heather, thank you so much. You have a great day too. Thank you for all the moderators that helped out today. Gail, it's always so much fun to be here with you and everybody.
And if you're not subscribed to Tina with Life with the Piedmont, go by and check out her channel and tell her you came from our live that we did.
And if you're not subscribed to Gail's Broken Heart Ministry, go subscribe. I watched her little clip today. What a blessing of a trunk full of gifts for Valentine's Day. It was just such a beautiful sight to see.
I had donated to me 4 sleeping bags and like 20 or 30 blankets. So we're actually
Can you believe that?
Sleeping bags and blankets next time. So that was someone at my church. Welcome in Katahdin Mountain Mama Homestead.
Thank you, Butler Farm. I appreciate that. And I think I have sub back to you too. So thank you so much. I love the Gail. I love Gail's content that she puts out I'd love to see how God's blessing that little ministry that she has started. And it's so pure, and you can see that come through when they load up the car and
we come back with the empty car usually.
Yeah. And when she shows, she's very upfront with donations, and she goes up and says,
"Hi, Charles.
Hey, Bushcraft family," and shows everything that, she purchases with that. And I mean, it's just a great, so let's help her out. If you haven't watched her videos or any of the devotions, she has a playlist. Go check out and put them on in the background and let them play. Both her and I were really trying to get up our watch hours since we both need them.
891 watch hours. I'm about to hit 900. And
I was at 2,000 and I'm at 372 now.
Oh, no.
Yes. That's what happened come January. They just started getting knocked off every single day. I was losing watch hours.
I need to go put you back on my TV in there.
That's sadly, but I believe that I'm going to get there. Like, I'm not.
But you got
Milk and Honey. Do you need watch hours?
At the very beginning of this year. So you have a whole year worth of lives to.
Right. My subs are fine. The subs are fine. I'm getting subs. And I just know it's going to take time, and I'm thankful that I'm
okay. That'd be awesome.
I'm thankful that Gail reached out to me. She's a very supportive person. I'm sure most of you already know that, but she's very supportive and really goes out of your way to help. So
I think I'm booking lives for Gail Southern Living interviews. I'm booking into about April right now. So
I am up for if anybody wants to do a live with me, separate from what Gail and I do. I'm up for having
an interview on my other channel. Tina, let's save it for when I get my StreamYard thing, and then you can be streaming at the same time when I do your interview.
Okay, let's do that.
I call it the Get to Know Them with Gail section. So I'll be asking you questions and stuff.
Yeah, it is the watch hours Butchcraft. Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm not even paying it at all attention to the subs at all. I'm just watching the watch hours. That's it.
Okay, reach out to me. I don't know how to. Is that Kathy or Catahan Mountain Mama Homestead?
That's Robin.
Robin. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mom, you can go over to my channel and my email's there, and we can set one up. That's not a problem, and kind of get to know each other too.
Yeah, Robin and I need to reschedule our live because she was sick. So,
okay, Jamie, you know what? Because I pay for StreamYard, I can connect you on there as well, and you can stream on yours, and it can stream on mine, and we'll both get the credit for it.
1917. Okay.
I'm at 19. Oh, you're so close, Jamie. I'll have to go over and get your playlist going.
You too. I'll be doing, while I'm out of town, I'm going to be doing a lot of watch later list, just adding them in and then just letting them go while I'm either visiting with mother-in-law or we're sleeping, to be honest with you. So I'll put you on my list, Jamie.
I'm going to do that right now.
If we're going to have Jamie come up with us and send her a link, and she could co-stream with us sometime.
Yeah,
to help
Jamie.
her.
So Jamie's country living needs watch hours. Does anybody else need watch hours? If you do, just type me.
Milk and Honey Heritage Farm.
Comments, and I'm going to write it down. I'm old school right now. Okay.
Milk and Honey Heritage Farms needs watch hours too.
Bye, Cher. Thank you. We'll see you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Who was it?
Milk and Honey Heritage Farms also needs watch hours.
Okay. Anybody else? Got you, Milk, Heather. Thank you. I need them too. So if anybody would be so kind. Jamie, I like you. You're cracking me up.
Anybody I had a membership going for, if it expired, it's because of the lapse of time between when I get paid from YouTube and when I get paid again. So sometimes I have to kind of like stop them and restart them. So don't ever take it personally. I do the memberships whenever I can, but then I have to wait until I get paid again, which I am getting paid for March. So I'm really happy about that.
I got Alfonso, I got Jamie, and I got Heather at Milk and Honey that need watch hours.
Alfonso, I guess he needs watch hours too.
Who?
Alfonso Scimitar.
Yep, I got him.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you. And we got some, and I'll go over and make a point, and I won't leave comments on every video, but I'll let you know that I'm there watching. So,
yeah.
So thank you, everybody. It was great fun today. Safe travels to you, Gail, and I hope you and your mother-in-law can have a great time together.
Thank you. Thank you.
Be blessed, everybody, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.